really don't know how I'm gonna get all of this in one short video. Hi guys! My goal here on my channel for Time with Becca is to do fun videos about things that I enjoy and to be informative and resourceful in any way or topic that I'm talking about. So I know I can have a tendency to talk a lot, and I don't want to turn into one of those people who starts rambling on about a lot of things that happen and information that you don't care about. I want to be more precise and get to the point and make a short video. So that's my goal with this video today. I know with what I want to say it's going to be a long video, so let's just get started and just go for it. So I got to attend the D23 Expo, which happened August 14th through the 16th this year. I have actually gone to all 4 D23 Expos because I am a member of D23, which is the official Disney fan club. The fan club has officially been around since 2009, so I am a charter member, so I actually got to be on this big wall of names that they put up there for all of the gold and silver charter members. It was really cool. But anyway, my experience this year was actually very pleasant for the most part. AJ and I's goal is to go to the main sessions, which they have, and the 4 main sessions that they have now that they've mixed up since the first year, but now they have the Disney Legend ceremony, the live presentation, which is Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney Studios, and then they have the Pixar and Disney animation, which is the animation session, and then they have the Disney parks. And those are the 4 that we like to go to, and we like to see what they're gonna do for the upcoming things they're working on. So Friday we started off by getting there pretty early in the morning to go to the Legend ceremony, and that was really fun. They award people who have worked for the Disney company for a long time, who they believe is considered a Disney legend. They give them a trophy, they let them have a little speech. It's a really fun, just neat experience to be a part of. This year, some people that you may know, George Lucas became a Disney legend, Danny Elfman. Being D23, they love to give us exclusive things, that surprises, that just make the expo that much better, because we are the members of this fan club, and so they surprised us with Johnny Depp being a surprise Disney legend, and that was very cool. He seemed very humble and just kind of surprised and honored, and it was very neat to see him there. So coming out of that session, we went directly back into the queue to wait in line for the Pixar and Disney Animation Studios session, and we got to wait there for quite a few hours, but it was totally worth it. They shared all kinds of fun new stuff, including letting us know that they are working on a Toy Story 4. They showed us a little bit of footage of Finding Dory, and Ellen DeGeneres was there, and several of the other cast for that movie. They showed us art for the new movie that is coming out called Moana, which is about the South Pacific Islands. One of the main characters being voiced by The Rock, or Dwayne Johnson. He came out very excitedly and just loved the energy of the crowd and just worked it. It was so fun. He was really fun to watch. They showed us a couple of clips from the new movie that's coming out called Zootopia. Jennifer Goodwin is voicing the main girl character, the rabbit character, and she came out and kind of shared a little bit. I was really excited about that because I'm a huge Once Upon a Time fan, and that was just a few of a couple of other things that they sprinkled in there and shared with us and surprised us with. After that session, we only got to go in the exhibit hall for a little while, and the exhibit hall holds all of the stores and vendors and stuff like that. We only got to visit there for a little while before everything closed and we actually headed home. One of the biggest differences this year at this expo was something crazy that they decided to do, and they allowed late night, the night before, queues. So the next morning, on Saturday morning, was the live action Marvel, Star Wars, Disney Studios panel or session. So there were people who were waiting in line 10 p.m. the night before, and the session was 10:30 a.m. the next morning. I went with AJ and my uncle and auntie to the expo. We really wanted to make it into this panel, so we just decided that we were gonna go home early, go to sleep, and then wake up, and we did wake up at about 1 in the morning, got there around 2, and we waited in line and got a really decent spot for that panel. Needless to say, auntie and I got a couple winks in of sleep, because it would have been crazy to have stayed up that late and just not gotten sleep for that many hours. So that panel was also great. We got to see the first footage of Captain America. We got to see Falcon, and they surprised us with Captain America himself. They showed us the first sizzle or trailer sort of thing, unofficial trailer, for their movie that they're working on called The Jungle Book, and this movie is going to be incredible, you guys. I'm not going to hype it up because I don't want to hype it up. Needless to say, the crowd was pretty dang emotional, and it was pretty cool. A large selection of the cast for the new Star Wars movie also showed up, including Han Solo himself. Harrison Ford showed up, and the crowd loved that. It was loud of people were standing. It was really exciting to see him and to see how many people just like loved him and appreciated his work, and you could just tell like these were his fans that were there. And last but not least, they showed us who was going to be in the new Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. So if Johnny Depp was there to accept his Legends trophy and award, it made no sense for him not to be there. So of course they surprised us, and Jack Sparrow came out full wardrobe and everything. He was silly. He had obviously just like totally ad-libbed and grabbed a bunch of grapes from in the back, and he was actually like throwing them out at the audience, interacting with the host, and it was really funny. I think those were the main highlights for that one. There's also a couple other things that they sprinkled in there. At the end of the session, they actually showed us and revealed the new part of Disneyland that they're expanding for the new Star Wars land. Because they kind of showed that and shared a little bit of that, I really didn't feel the need to go to the next panel or session that was after that, and that was the Disney Parks and Resorts session, which they show what's the upcoming new things for all of the parks around the world. And I felt like we had attended all the other ones and we just really didn't need to attend that one. I figured we could see what was going on online or something. So after that we went a little shopping, and AJ went home to go to work, and I actually went to go out to dinner with the one and only Dollastic. What a blessing she has been in my life. It's just been a privilege to be able to get to know her. It's so strange to get to know people online and see them as like a YouTuber and a big one on here, and be able to talk to them one-on-one and have a personal relationship. I'm just so blessed by God bringing her into my life and the relationship that we have. So I went shopping with her. We got to eat at Rainforest Cafe and go to Downtown Disney. If you want to see kind of like our little shopping thing, I'll put the video right here. She filmed it. I didn't film, like I said, very much at all, so she got to film our little, little bits and pieces of our trip that we went there, so that was really fun. The next morning was Sunday, and I got up and actually went solo. AJ stayed home, and I went straight to the Disney Interactive session, which I wasn't expecting to go to, except that they were talking about something about Kingdom Hearts, and that is my absolute favorite game series, and I needed to be there to find out what the new announcement was. So turns out the new announcement is that they are putting a Big Hero 6 world into Kingdom Hearts 3, and that was kind of a bummer that that was all that they were sharing, but at the same time I felt really privileged to be able to be there for them to share something about my favorite game series. I've never done that before. So those were all of the sessions that I attended, and it was really great. My experience was a really great experience with this expo this year. And ending on the Disney Interactive, oh, in case I wasn't clear, the Disney Interactive session was the gaming session, so all of the Disney games that were coming out, which included like the Star Wars Battlefront game, Disney Infinity, stuff like that. So they told us in advance that they were going to give something away, and they'd done that previously, and a lot of people said that it was going to be something for Disney Infinity. I do not own Disney Infinity. I own all of the amiibos that are out right now, but I don't own Disney Infinity. However, AJ and I are planning to get it eventually. Might be this Christmas, so I'm really excited about that. But what they gave us away is actually the Mickey figure that is coming out for the 3.0 edition, and that's coming in like actually I think one more week now. It's coming out really soon. But yeah, all of us in the audience got a free Disney figure. It drives me crazy how these don't have a name. Like, it's a Disney Infinity character instead of being able to say an amiibo. They gave us this figure, so I'm really excited because I actually wanted to get this anyway. I like collecting some of the figures even though I don't have the game. So what was awesome though, and what made the entire expo for me personally, was this little thing that came with it. So they surprised us telling us that they were going to give us a limited edition item. They tend to give items to people who collected all the Disney figures. They've had like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, I guess, and stuff like that. Some accessory that you can connect to your Disney Infinity character during the toy box mode is what I believe. And so Hashimoto-san, who works on the Kingdom Hearts series, ran out with a Keyblade in hand, and they ended up announcing that for us they only made a certain amount for that audience of this little disc right here, and this disc allows your Mickey figure, which they also gave us, to dress up like King Mickey from Kingdom Hearts. And for me, even though I don't have the game, like, I was freaking out. I actually have like a little bit of footage of me like laughing. I'll put it in right here because I just like was so excited. It made it so worth it.
キングダムハーツの王様ミッキーの衣装に変えることができます。
A costume change for Mickey Mouse will be there that will allow him to dress as King Mickey in this
I mean, I was hoping to at least get maybe like a poster of Kingdom Hearts, but to have this and know that like only about 5,000 people were going to get it, I was just like, oh, exclusive, exclusive. I was so excited. So now I know when I get the game that I have this disc, and I'm gonna be probably the only one of my friends who owns this, and that is just awesome. Just awesome. Thank you, Disney. With that said, I will finally let you know what the heck these things are back here. These are 2 posters that in the live action session they gave us while we exited the panel. And the first one they gave us is this art by the same artist who has done all of the Star Wars covers. It's just a poster for the movie that's coming out. I am not a diehard Star Wars fan, so I'm sorry if I'm not freaking out about this. I think it's really cool. It's not flimsy. It's made of almost cardstock material, which I was super impressed with because in previous years they had given us super flimsy ones. But this one is just awesome, really cool. I was pretty stoked to get this. But what I was even more stoked to get was this second one, and this is the Jungle Book art that they're showing for the movie that is coming out next year. And I was super skeptical about this movie, but after they showed us that sizzle, I am incredibly excited and I want everyone to see it. So for me, I did not go like a ton of shopping, but I did get a little bit at the end on Sunday. There was not much left in the stores that they had, and I understand that there were a lot of people that did not have a pleasant experience in the stores because people were waiting. I heard, you know, 14 plus hours in line only to not get what they were looking for. I guess the biggest thing was the exclusive Tsum Tsum plushies and then the Disney, I think it's the Heroes and Villains doll line that they had. They sold out, I mean, super fast, and people were not able to get their hands on what they wanted. That was super disappointing. I'm glad that I'm not like one of the types of people who's into at least what's being released right now, because I wasn't as disappointed. But I did get a little shopping in and I wanted to show you guys what I got. So the 3 main big stores that are at the D23 Expo is the Dream Store, which has a section for the Disney artists that they have there, also authors and stuff like that. They have signing sessions in there, and they also have like the D23 merch and stuff like that. And by the time I got there, there was barely anything. It was a lot smaller than usual, a little disappointing in my opinion. The second one is the actual Disney store, which is like the Disney stores that you visit. And then the third one was Mickey's of Glendale, which is a store usually exclusively for cast members, but they bring it for the expo and let other people be able to buy things. The first store that I was able to get into after waiting about 1 hour in line was Mickey's of Glendale. This store is a little interesting because, like I said, it's kind of made for cast members in mind, so there's a lot of Walt Disney Imagineering type merch, but I'll show you what I got real quick. So the first thing I got is this mouse pad, and this one was one of the only things that wasn't Disney Imagineering. It's for the Disneyland park, and so it has the different lands. I really enjoy things that have the different lands in Disneyland because that's my favorite park. And then one of the other things I got is this notebook, which is a leather-bound notebook with yellow paper and plastic lines. It has a little band around it, but I just think it's really sturdy and I love notebooks. And then they had really cool limited edition pins that were big and small. I got them for a couple of my favorite lands. So I got this one, which is for Tomorrowland. I got this one, which I would never buy a gold giant pin like this one, but because it represented Adventureland and the Tiki Room. If you watched my Disney days with Emmy, you'll know I have to go there almost every time with her, and she's made me love the Tiki Room more. And then I got the same lands in a different set, which are these bright colored ones. So I got this one for Tomorrowland, and I got this one for Adventureland. Again, Tomorrowland is one of my favorite lands. Adventureland reminds me of Emmy, and she's just made me have a love for it. If I could, I probably would have bought all of them in the set, but that's just crazy. The other 2 pins that I got are these 2, and one of them is this Sorcerer Mickey, and it has the classic little plaque that says, "Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy." And then I got this Walt Disney Imagineering pin. This one I actually regret a little bit getting, but it's cute and I'll keep it anyway. So another day I waited in line at the Disney store, which took another about hour and 20 minutes or so, and I got just a couple of things. The first thing is the exclusive Mickey Tsum Tsum vinyl, which I know they're going to be making a new collection, so to have this set from D23 and just starting the collection now, I'm really excited because I actually don't really collect Tsum Tsums. I collect the ones I care about, but otherwise not really. So vinyls, however, I'm a figure person, so I will be collecting many of the vinyls, I'm sure. So the other things I got are actually not the dolls from the designer sets that came out, but actually the journals that came out. And these journals are absolutely beautiful. I usually don't collect things of characters I don't care for too much. However, the 5 of these I just could not resist. They are so beautiful, and I wanted to have something to really remember the trip by. They open up like this, and they have the characters within the pages. Disney Fairy Tale Designer Collection. Even Ariel's top is different. They all have this adorable little bookmark charm, and I mean, I am gonna have to display these somewhere because they are so beautiful. So I got Ursula and Ariel, and then I got Mother Gothel and Rapunzel. And her charm is the flower, the sunflower. And then this one I really like. It is Hans and Elsa, and I thought that was cool because they oftentimes don't have things with Hans as the villain, because that's like one of the big twist shockers of the movie, I think. And the charm is, of course, a beautiful blue snowflake. And the 4th one is Snow White and her stepmother when she's an old hag. I love the colors in this one, and you can see Snow White's skirt's a little different, and the charm is an apple, of course. And then the 5th and final one is so fun. It's Peter Pan and Captain Hook. It's not a princess. It is actually Peter Pan. It is a boy, and I thought that was really cool. Their charm is a little red feather, which is, you know, Peter Pan's little accessory. So yeah, those were all the journals. I'm really excited about these. One of the other cool things that I got to do at the expo was actually meet 2 of the cast of the ABC show The Goldbergs, which is a show that AJ and I like to watch. So they gave us these pre-signed, you know, copies of the pictures of them and their signatures. So they gave us these as we walked out. So that was really, really cool meeting them. They were very sweet. Sean was excited. He looked just like his character, like in real life. He was jumping up and down, shaking hands, smiling hugely. And yeah, it was really cute and really fun to meet them. And then finally, I got to go to the World of Disney store with Elastic, as I mentioned in my video earlier, and I got just a couple of things from the World of Disney store. One of the things is this little boat, which represents a small world, and if you watch her video, you can see like both of us were like screaming. We were so excited. I feel like I had seen this before, but I wasn't so excited as I was when I was with her, seeing characters that we like together and feeling like, okay, I think I need to get this now. And then I got the Lilo and Jumba Tsum Tsum. Like I said, I don't collect all of them, but I wanted to collect the Stitch series since they're my favorite, or it's one of my favorite movies. And then last but not least, I got this pin set, and this is a Lilo and Stitch pin set. I really, really like this one where Stitch is pulling the cake out. I love that scene because it makes me really want to make a large cake like that. It made me think, is that even possible? Anyways, that is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you got through this entire thing, thank you. Oh my gosh, you care. Like, thank you. I was trying to make it like as not rambling as possible. If you guys are new to my channel because you jumped over here from Dolastic's channel, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for how many subscribers had come over and subscribed to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me, and I hope that I get to interact with a lot of you guys who came over and are, you know, viewing my channel for the first time. If you guys already didn't know, it helps me out a lot if you give me a thumbs up on this video, and you can always feel free to subscribe to my channel. A lot of the times YouTube will notify you when I make new videos. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for spending time with me. Bye!